Alright, so we're at the part 1 of the season 10 reunion for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's just say that everybody on the stage just about look grand to me. I think as far as Candy is concerned, this is the best that she's ever looked on a motherfucking reunion, okay? Because Candy always have a bit of, fashion don'ts most of the time, but ever since season 5 on down, she's been looking marvelous at the reunion. But I think the person that probably looked the best at the reunion was probably Portia. I give it to Portia, then Candy, and then Cynthia, and it goes on down from there. But that's enough on their fashions. We ain't here to talk about their fashions. We're here to talk about what's really important, and that's the drama. And I must say that part 1 was very motherfucking entertaining. It was already better than the season itself. And I already knew that this reunion would probably make up for this horrible lackluster season. And before I get into that, let's just say that Sheree Whitfield is no longer a part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta cast. The news has been out there for the last couple of days that her ass is gone. And possibly Kim Zolciak is gone too. So let's just hope and pray that the bone carrier and the quack bitch ain't no longer on the motherfucking show. Let's pray on that, shall we? So let's just get into the review. We're going to start it off with what they started off with, which is the whole situation between Candy and motherfucking Portia. Now, the thing of it is, for me, I just think that a lot of people feel like because a person apologizes to them, that means that we're supposed to be back best friends. Everything's supposed to be the way that it used to be. For some people, forgiveness takes time. And people really don't understand the magnitude of that lie that was fucking told. Now, I saw a lot of tweets on Twitter with everybody saying, Portia only repeated what was said to her and that the person that Candy should be mad at is Phaedra. Don't y'all think she's mad at Phaedra? But the thing of it is, Phaedra isn't on the show. Portia is. Phaedra isn't here to get the heat. Portia is. Portia was a part of the situation, so therefore, rightfully so, she's getting the heat. Phaedra just so happened to escape the heat by getting fired from the show. But Portia is left dealing with the damn fallout of what happened amongst all three of them. That's the thing of the situation. And, honestly, Portia don't understand that. And everybody be saying that she's apologized a million times. From what I saw, she's only apologized twice, and that was at the reunion last year, and she apologized when they were in San Francisco. But I never knew that she apologized like a second or third time at the motherfucking reunion. I didn't know that. However, I just feel like Portia doesn't really take full accountability for her part, because all she ever does is just say that, well, Phaedra manipulated me and this is why I did what I did. I just feel like Portia should just own up to her part. And not only does she need to own up to her part, she also needs to own up to the fact that she said that shit on camera just so she can one-up Candy and win that motherfucking argument and hurt her the same way she felt that she was hurt by Candy. Because, and let's just be real, Sheree is really the reason why Candy and Portia even got beef right now. And we're all so focused on Candy is playing the victim and Portia is really the victim, and Portia is getting bullied and everybody hates Portia and you're jealous of Portia. And Scotty, you seem to be jealous of her when you don't have nothing to be jealous of her about. We're all focused on Candy and Portia, and we're all missing the point. Sheree started that whole beef, okay? Now, I'm not going to take my Adidas off Portia's neck completely on that, because she did hop into a situation between Candy and Phaedra that had nothing to do with her ass. So, she did do that. But as far as the beef itself, I do feel like none of us really realize that Sheree is really the one that started it by being the one that carried a bone incorrectly and tell Portia that Candy said that she fucked Block when she never said that. And that's the real reason why Portia was so upset, because she got the bone from Sheree saying, you know what I'm saying, you fucked Block. But all Candy said was that she used to kick it with Block Meaning. She used to date him. She knew him, whatever. You know what I'm saying? She never went into her sex life at all. That's what Sheree said. So really, Sheree started that. But Portia was so fucking stupid and dumb that she took that and ran with it and hopped herself into Candy and Phaedra's fucking beef. And that's just what it is. So for Sheree, Sheree went back and told Portia everything that Candy told her or whatever, and just chopped and screwed it and made a whole nother meal with it. That's really what happened, honestly. That's really the God, the honest truth. So if we want to blame somebody for Candy and Portia's beef, we ought to point the finger at Sheree ass, because she really started the shit. But like I said, at this point, Portia shouldn't apologize again. I mean, she already apologized already, but it's really up to Candy to be able to forgive her ass for what the fuck happened. You know what I'm saying? It's really up to her. And it's not up to us to tell her to get over it. It's really not, because I just feel like that's so insensitive for someone to tell a person to get over something. Like, when they're clearly hurt by a situation, or if they feel like they've been cut deep in a situation, it's really not fair for us to just yell out the rooftop and say, get over it, bitch. It's easy for us to say get over it because we're not the ones that was accused of being a rapist. We're not the one that has to deal with the public scrutiny. Candy is. So it's easy for us to say whatever we want to say. We can always tell a person to get over something or how to deal with a situation when we're not a part of the situation. That's really what it is. So people really fail to understand that they're always going about who the fuck they like. It's always about a team. It's Team Portia. It's Team Candy. It's Team this. It's Team that. I'm Team Right or fucking Wrong. That's the team that I'm on. I'm Team Right and Wrong. And at the end of the day, I see what's right and what the fuck is wrong. And Portia was dead ass wrong yet again, like I said, for doing what the fuck she did. She had fucked up things that she did all last season. Like, I'm not falling for the whole Saint Mary act this season. You know what I'm saying? Like, she did all that shit, was all in that damn drama, sitting over Phaedra, kikiing, like making up all these motherfucking lies, and just repeating them in front of the camera, and not thinking she's supposed to get any type of repercussion for it. I saw a tweet, and it was so stupid to me. She was like, Portia is such a fan favorite, and we forgiven Portia, Candy, so we just wait on you to do the same. What the fuck does her being a fan favorite and the fans forgiving her have to do with anything? She didn't hurt the fucking fans, bitch. She hurt Candy. What the fuck? Fuck the fans. It ain't got to do with them. It's bigger than us. Honestly, it really is. And for anybody to not understand that shit is really ridiculous. And I know I'm going to be attacked by Team Portia. I'm going to get comment after comment after comment. Oh, Portia. You can't stop saying her name as if the bitch ain't on the show. Scotty, you're bullying Portia. Scotty, you're bashing Portia. Scotty, you're jealous of Portia. Scotty, you're just on the smear campaign against Portia. Scotty, you're just hating. You have so much hatred and venom towards Portia. Girl, bye. I'm just speaking of real on what I feel is the truth. That's just what I'm saying. So, let's get into Kenya and Marlo. We talked about Kenya and Marlo's relationship, and Marlo said that she don't feel like her and Kenya's relationship was ever fucking real. She feel like she was a placeholder when Nene and Kenya wasn't getting along. And Kenya said that she felt like her relationship with Marlo was real. She really liked Marlo. She respected her. She liked her style. She liked everything about her. But, when it came down to it, Marlo really wasn't feeling her like that. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like Marlo was full of shit. She doing anything she can to get a peach or a canned peach. That's what the fuck that bitch doing. She doing everything she possibly can and get set up there and got read by motherfucking Kenya. And for so many years, folks was just giving Marlo so much, especially on that season 4 reunion when she came for Kim and Candy and all of them motherfuckers. They really felt like she was just reading the girls. Obviously, she ain't, because Kenya ain't the best reader on the motherfucking show. And she really dug into your ass, like read you. Said you look like motherfucking James from Good Times with a fucking wig on. She said maybe if you would stop fucking other people's husbands, you would have a husband of your own. Like, she straight up ripped Marlo ass to shreds. And Marlo talked about Marlo Hampton LLC. All that bullshit, like, Marlo, bye. And then when Kenya dropped that tea that, Marlo tried to blackmail Nene, and Marlo started fucking John after Nene was dating him and all of that shit. And that's the reason why they fell out. Marlo ain't shit, okay? She will fuck and do anything she can to get to the top. And that's just the type of bitch that she is. Marlo ain't bout shit, baby. And I don't even see how Nene can come back from that, because if a bitch tried to blackmail me and fuck somebody behind me and try to blackmail me with it, I would never forgive their ass. But you know, that's just an Aquarius for you. We like, if a bitch beef with me, we gonna be forever for some of these bitches, honestly. But Marlo, she ain't shit. She definitely ain't shit, but she ain't never been shit. And I never understood the hype about her ass. Like, some of y'all really be going up for that bitch like she just the queen of England and she ain't shit. So I don't know where y'all get this shit from, but Kenya put her ass on blast and read her for fucking filth. And I was so proud of Kenya for that. Go in, girl. Go in. So, the question came up about, you know, Kenya disrespected everybody else's marriage for years, but now she feels like her marriage is off limits, and that is true. Although I did not like it, although I've been defending Kenya all season about how everybody been on her ass about whether her marriage is real or not, let's just face it. That is just her karma for everything that she did, and she even owned up to it, saying, being a married woman, I understand why they felt the way that felt the way that they did feel, and why I wished I would have done things in a different manner. Yes, bitch, now you see the error of your motherfucking ways. You were wrong. You talked about Phaedra and Apollo's marriage. You had some shit to say about you had some shit to say about Kim Field's marriage. You had some shit to say about Croy. You had some shit to say about motherfucking Cordell. Like, you had a lot to say about everybody's marriage, and you always came for everybody's marriage. So now that the shoe was on the other foot, bitch, you don't know how to handle that. Now, bitch, take the motherfucking bullets. You've had the gun season after season going after everybody else's marriage. But I will say this, the two motherfucking bitches that talked about you for not having a husband, that talked about you for not being happy, are the main two that lost their husband. Portia and Phaedra. Y'all stayed coming for Kenya for not being married, but now y'all not married and she is. I guess everybody got their karma. That bitch getting her karma, and Portia and Phaedra got theirs, I must say. That's all I gotta say about that. But the situation came about when Portia questioned Cynthia and Kenya's relationship, and Kenya said, well, the reason why I ain't tell Cynthia because I feel like Cynthia can't hold no motherfucking water. And when she said that, I was so fucking tickled. And Marlo said she don't like Kenya for Cynthia because she feels like Kenya is manipulative and controlling, and Cynthia really just came out and said, I just don't understand why you people think that I am controllable, like I don't have a mind of my own. Well, bitch, you don't have a mind of your own, and you are controlled, because Nene controls your ass for years. So I don't understand why you acting like this is something different. That is the notion of the show. You are a follower, and that's just what it is. But girl, bye. Okay. So we talked about Nene and Portia and how they reunited. And honestly, I've always liked Nene and Portia's, relationship. This big sister, little sister relationship. You could tell that Nene really cared about Portia, honestly. And the whole situation between the two of them was really not a situation that could just linger on forever. It was a simple apology or a simple conversation that could have just sufficed that and ended that a long time ago. But they both were way too stubborn to fucking do it. And like Portia said, she believed that Nene loved her and she loved Nene, and she never wanted to cut and go below the belt because she knew that Nene was always there for supporting her. So that's when Andy said that's the same situation with Candy, right? And I'm like, duh, like, it's the same thing. Like, you were so quick to go below the belt with Candy, but you wouldn't do it with Nene because of the same shit that the same shit that Candy did for you. Nene did the same thing, but you were so quick to go under the belt with her. You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't understand, Portia. Like, I don't understand that, but okay, whatever. But she said that Candy won't allow herself to have the conversation, so the opportunity isn't there, and that's that's a fair assessment. Candy ain't giving you the opportunity, so that's why there's no conversation about the situation, no real conversation to mend whatever is going on. I can give Portia that. So Nene finally says that when they about the whole I wanted Portia fired thing. Andy brought it up, and Nene said, well, I don't care what it looked like, but I never said nothing about her being fired. But Portia said, well, at the end of the day, whether you said it or not, that's what was insinuated, you know. And Nene did admit, yes, after season 9, I felt like they both should have been gone because it was so negative and it was a bunch of bullshit. And that's exactly what the fuck it was. Negative and a bunch of bullshit. And honestly, if Phaedra frog mouth ass had to leave, Portia's Arsenio Hall looking ass could have left too. That's just how I feel. But Portia didn't leave, and I ain't mad. But she could have left right along with Phaedra on that same short bus. But that's neither here nor there. But Nene finally admitted that, okay, bitch, I said it. And you said it. So I don't understand why you were so mad. Like, Portia had every right to be upset with you. Like, you did say that shit. Now, the question is, does anybody trust Sheree? And I can say, hell the fuck no, she don't trust, no, nobody trusts Sheree. Now, Sheree mad with Portia because she told Shamia not to trust nobody in this circle. And honestly, as much as I'm not digging Portia and don't really fuck with Portia, she had every right to say that because Sheree, you've been throwing shade at Portia all season. Like, yeah, in her face, you act like you're for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you act like you got her best interest because none of these girls wanted to be around her. And that's true. None of these girls wanted to be around her. And you were just about the only one that was willing to be around her. So I can give you that. But you really don't have no loyalty to her. Like, you carry bones, but you don't carry the bones you need to carry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have selective ass bone carrying. Like, just like all last season, you told what everybody said. But Kim can come to you and talk shit about every motherfucking body and you don't say a motherfucking word. And then for Portia to even apologize to Sheree about that was dumb as hell, because I wouldn't apologize for that. That's how you really felt at the end of the day. Fuck how Sheree felt. That's how you felt. You felt like everybody can't be trusted, and you feel like that because nobody's fucking with you. And I'm not dogging you for that, because you have every right to feel that way. These bitches ain't fucking with you. They ain't really gave you no reason to trust them. So you're telling Shamia to steer clear their ass, and that's just what it is. I tell my friend the same damn thing, and that doesn't warrant a fucking apology from you. Now, Sheree was the least person you should have apologized to. Bottom line, that's how I feel. Sheree ain't owed no fucking apology. If anything, she owes everybody else an apology for all the bullshit she caused. She has selective bone carrying. She tells what everybody says, but don't never tell what Kim say. That's that shit I'm talking about. You don't say shit about what the fuck KK Kim say, but you can say what everybody else said. But Ku Klux Kim can say whatever the fuck she want to say about everybody, but you don't call her out. And everybody called you out for that, and you say that you do call her out, but I ain't never heard you call her out for shit. Bottom line, I'm loyal to who's loyal to me. And Cynthia said, we get it. We know that you're loyal to Kim. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you can call everybody else out for being wrong, for spreading each other's business, or for talking about people behind their back. But you did not tell Nene about the roach thing. But Nene called you personally and said that everybody was asking her about Tyrone and all of that shit. Like, Sheree never is loyal to anybody but Kim, and that's her fucking slave master, and she just Harriet Tubman, and that's her motherfucking slave master, and that's just what it is. Like, I just feel like she'll be running through the Underground Railroad if she defends anybody else but Kim. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like Sheree just really full of shit. Like, she's straight up full of it. Like, she's just drinking the Ku Klux Kim Kool-Aid and just getting drunk off of it. Because it ain't no real Kool-Aid. That's some spiked punch. That's what the fuck that is. So Sheree can have several motherfucking seasons, honestly. Like, I'm really over her at this point. And that's why her ass got fired. Because, first of all, she didn't bring nothing this season to the show. She ain't doing nothing but be Kim's lapdog. She wanted to pretend like she was on Portia's side, but threw all that shade at her and talked about her like a fucking dog. I just feel like Sheree full of shit. She's the main one that's full of shit. Like, I thought that Portia was full of shit, but Sheree goes right before Portia. I don't have shit for Sheree. Period. Because you can tell what everybody else say, but you can say shit about what the fuck your best friend Kim got to say. Like, real talk. Like, that's what you do. Like, and you just keep coming for Portia. And then you want to compare Candy's situation with Portia to yours. Your situation ain't got nowhere near the damage that Candy and Portia had. You just mad over a simple situation about what somebody said when you need to apologize to everybody. And then you want to talk about how Nene wasn't that girl and how you did so much for Nene and you got her into clubs and got her into parties and everything like that because y'all were friends. But bitch, Nene was the reason why you even had the opportunity to be on the show and be somebody's chicken bone carrier, bitch. So what the fuck is you talking about? Have several seats, bitch. Like, you really got the nerve talking about you wasn't that girl. Well, she's that girl now, bitch, and you're not. So have a seat. You ain't that bitch no more. She's that bitch. You ain't. Talking about the clubs you got her in. Okay, and she got you in the club, which is the Housewives of Atlanta. And that's the only reason why you eat and have Chateau Cheray that they say that you ain't even living in, bitch. Go on somewhere and call on Lyron. That's what you do. I'm sick of you. And then you talking about She by Sheree coming out with some sportswear. Then you got all snippy with Candy about that. Like, girl, stop being defensive. She by Sheree ain't never coming out. And that's just what it is. And let me just tell you one thing. All these girls on this show have took this show and made businesses out of it. Candy, Nene, Cynthia, Kenya, and Portia. They are all doing other things outside of this show to generate income. Bitch, what are you doing? But sitting there waiting on a collect call to come in so y'all can have phone sex. That's what the fuck you doing, bitch. And now, with you not being on the Housewives of Atlanta, now, what the fuck is you gonna do to keep the lights on and keep that mortgage paid for Chateau Cheray? What the fuck you gonna do now? What you gonna do? Cause selling t-shirts, selling who gonna check people with t-shirts ain't gonna cut it. So what the fuck you gonna do, bitch? That's what I'm trying to figure out. You gonna go back to that 2-bedroom apartment and have Cairo sleeping on a damn air mattress with the dog? That's what you gonna do, bitch? Oh, okay. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Since you wanna come for everybody, but bitch, you ain't even got no peach no more. Shit, you ain't got shit. So have a motherfucking seat, bitch. You're the least one. Like, you don't do shit. You ain't did shit outside this show. Your body fit, you could have made a damn workout tape. But instead you want to sit up here, play bone collector, play like you just like so grand and uppity. And it's so funny to me because when we first started watching the Housewives, you was so grand and you was this and you was that. And trying to act like, in the words of Nina, much love from KY, she said this years ago. Bitch, if you Fruit Loops, you Fruit Loops. Quit trying to be life. You know what I'm saying? So, bitch, if you a double stack, you a double stack. Stop trying to be asparagus, bitch. Stop. Because that's just what it is. Like you a double stack like everybody else is. You ain't got no motherfucking money. You ain't really doing shit. The only piece of money you had is from this fucking show. You ain't doing nothing to better yourself. You ain't doing shit. Nothing. But sitting around waiting on the man to get out of jail so he can marry your ass. So you can be a jailbird bride. That's what the fuck you doing, bitch. So you can have several fucking seats, bitch. Over Sheree and her fuck shit. Coming for Portia for what? What you coming for Portia for? Nothing. Because she didn't owe you no fucking apology. Not now, because I wouldn't have apologized for that. Because it's the fucking truth. The fuck she apologizing to you for? Have a seat. But all in all, this was a great reunion. And this is just the first part. And congratulations to Kenya for her pregnancy. I am so happy for her. But other than that, my voice, I'm losing my voice. I swear I'm losing my voice. So let me end this here. And I will talk to y'all later. Peace.